Hi guys, it's me Kelly, and I'm here to talk to you about catapults. So today was all about medieval times, right? The Middle Ages. Well, back then they had much less technology than we do now, so their weapons were much simpler. So catapults were something they used in battle. What they did is they launched big rocks and stones at other castles and people to try to destroy them, right? So hopefully you're not going to destroy any castles, but I'm going to teach you how to make your own catapult. So it looks like this. It's super simple. I'll just show you how it launches. So you just pull it back and it launches. That was just a cotton ball. Don't worry, it didn't destroy any castles. Now, just before we get started, the catapults back in the Middle Ages were a little different. They used a really cool kind of catapult called a trebuchet. And what it does is it uses a counterweight, which means there's a catapult over here and then a weight that swings it. So since it's kind of hard for me to show you and describe it, I'm going to actually show you a quick video. So take a look at this and look at how it works.
In the 12th century, a new catapult technology from Asia dominates the battlefields. It's called the trebuchet. This is a reconstruction in Beckdorf, Lower Saxony, Germany. Weapons expert Mike Lodes is captivated. It takes a whole team to operate the medieval siege weapon. Firing the trebuchet requires at least one trained specialist and as many hard-working assistants as possible. They have to fill the counterweight box with stones. And they have to grease the channel that will guide the projectile for the first part of the throw. A stone taken from the siege of Lake Dancy in the year 1311 will serve as the ammunition. Fire away. A clear hit. The stone goes straight into the wooden palisade.
We have a hit, and let's see what it's done. Just look at this. It's just gone down like matchsticks, as if these great timbers were nothing. They're just shattered. Here's the real damage. Here on this one. Here, this is where the stone must have struck, and it's just splintered this timber. The walls are now breached, and the opposing army will be on its way.
All right, wasn't that awesome? Did you notice how there was this big sort of box on one end that they were filling up with rocks, and that weight is what launched the rock on the other end to swing over and launch? Pretty awesome, huh? Now, those ones are pretty difficult to build. If you're interested, just look up how to make a trebuchet, and you could probably try to make one. But we're going to start with a simple classic catapult, which instead of using counterweight, it uses what's called elastic energy or tension, which is when you pull it back. See how it kind of flings up? Okay, so to make this, you're only going to need a few supplies. You're going to need popsicle sticks. I like to use the big ones just because they're a little sturdier, but if you have the small ones, that's fine too. You're going to need some rubber bands, and you are going to need something that can hold whatever you're launching. So I like to use a spoon because it's easy, but if you have like the cap on a bottle, you could use a little cup, really whatever you want. So let's get started on building this. So the first thing you're going to make is the part that is going to bend up. So we're going to take 2 popsicle sticks, and you're going to put them on top of each other, and you're going to rubber band them just at one end. Okay, I go around as many times as I can until it gets too hard to stretch. Don't make it so hard that you think you're going to break it. Okay, but it's pretty tight. You can see if I try to pull, it's hard to pull apart. So set that one aside for now. Then you're going to make your middle, so this kind of piece that stretches those popsicle sticks apart. Now you can use as many popsicle sticks as you think can fit. To make mine, I actually used 8 popsicle sticks. What's going to happen is the more popsicle sticks you squeeze in there, the more elastic energy it's going to give your catapult. So that's why I put 8, because I wanted it to go a little further. But if you don't want as much energy, you can use less popsicle sticks. So for this bundle, you're going to rubber band it on each end to hold it together. So one rubber band on each end, as many times as you can get it around, like so. Okay, now the next step is we want to attach whatever we're using to hold our projectile, which just means whatever you're launching. So for me, it's my spoon. If you have a little cup or a cap, you could just glue it on the end of one of the popsicle sticks, but I'm going to just rubber band my spoon. You'll notice I'm pulling apart my popsicle sticks and only rubber banding it on the front because you want these to be able to come apart. You don't want to rubber band the whole thing together. So this is a little trickier. Notice the spoon part, the actual rounded part, is hanging off my popsicle stick because the further out it goes, the more sort of launch energy you're gonna get. Okay, wrap that around. All right, works for me, just make sure it doesn't come off, okay? All right, now here's the kind of hard part. If you are not very strong, you can have a parent or older sibling help you. But what I did is I slid this big bundle in between the two, and I'm just gonna slide it down as far as I can get it. Okay, you're not gonna be able to get it too far down without anything snapping, so you don't want that. And then I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna just use a rubber band to keep it from sliding out. So to do that, I'm gonna put it sort of crisscross. So I'm putting it over that, see that there? Wrapping it, I'm gonna do it 2 each way. So put it that way, and then I'm gonna wrap it the other way, kind of to form an X. And put it 2 that way. Try not to break it here. Whew, there we go. Okay, so notice how it formed an X there. Straighten it out, and you'll notice now that this doesn't slide out or anything. And that's actually it. That's your catapult. Okay, so make some adjustments if you need to. But when you are launching this, what you wanna do is put it on a flat surface. And I'm putting my hand underneath the part that sticks up, so on the flat popsicle stick. You can also hold it like this if you want on the 2 sides, but something just to hold it steady, because if I just do this, you can see it flips up, and that's not very useful. So I'm gonna hold it down, I'm gonna take my projectile cotton ball and pull it back as far as it goes, so I'm going down all the way till I touch the table, and launching. So have fun. Like I said, try out just different numbers of popsicle sticks, different materials, and see how far you can launch your catapult. Good luck.